Imagine being in a trench along the Western Front in 1914 and being close enough to your enemies to hear them.
Only yards at times separated us. In fact, so close, you could hear a chap coughing.
In this theater, that is no further than the back row. So these people are going to be as close as the troops were on that night when everything started.
The night conductor Juan Carlos Acosta is referring to is Christmas Eve 1914, when British, French, and German soldiers engaged in an unofficial ceasefire. This Christmas truce, as it came to be known, is the subject of San Diego Opera's All Is Calm at the Balboa Theater.
These people who had such great differences were literally trying to kill each other just hours before, were able to find something that pulled them out of the trenches to celebrate Christmas.
And there was a lot of commotion in the German trenches. And then there were those lights. I don't know what they were. And then they sang, Stille Nacht. Stille Nacht.
I don't believe the Christmas truce would have happened were it not for song. That the men began to sing to one another across no man's land, and the international language of music that allowed them to get past their language differences. But it also built a trust and a camaraderie and a sense of humor between the opposing armies. I really don't believe that without song, the truce would have happened.
The story of the Christmas truce of 1914 fascinated Peter Rothstein, and he decided to turn it into the choral opera All Is Calm. Director Alan E. Hicks says there's beauty in the idea that music could be the catalyst to bring enemies together.
And the way it started historically was not with someone coming over and having a conversation, but with the British hearing the Germans singing tunes and wanting to be part of that. That is what drew them to no man's land, and that is what actually got them to shake hands and say, let's not shoot at each other, let's celebrate this beautiful day together. It was the music that did that.
All Is Calm is presented as part of San Diego Opera's Detour series, which explores non-traditional avenues of opera.
Well, if you really think of the essence of what opera is, it's really telling a story through music, right? Every aspect of this piece really exploits the expressive potency of the human voice.
Oh, wassail all over the town, our Tootsie is white and our age is brown.
The Detour series is meant to look outside the realm of grand opera.
What is grand about this is you're going to have 6 of the best male voices that San Diego has to offer, singing absolutely a cappella all night long. There's no orchestra.
Singer Walter Dumel is also co-founder of Bodhi Tree Concerts, which is co-presenting All Is Calm.
It's storytelling by the choral voice, the solo voice, and the spoken word.
This piece in particular is all about the voice. There's no other instrumentation. It's a bunch of soldiers on different sides of the line who come together and find commonality and common ideas and values through the music. And really, so that pulls our singers together to all work together for the same goal and tune their voices one to another for the end product.
Just as the soldiers of these opposing armies came together to form a single bond of humanity.
10 at darkness, we marched forward to the trenches like Father Christmas, with parcels hanging from us.
If I think of the moral of this story, it's that each of us as an individual has the capacity to create peace, because the soldiers did that, right? They stopped war for a moment and created peace.
You know, it was really the lowest of the ranks that made the truce happen. And I wanted to get that into the piece, that the men felt more in common with their enemy than they did with their commanding officer.
Perhaps these soldiers of All Is Calm will inspire individuals today to try and find common ground with their enemies in ways that their leaders may not be willing to do.
For a single night, no man's land was every man's land. And we, the lowest of the ranks, achieved what the Pope himself could not. In the middle of the war, we had ourselves a Merry Christmas.
Beth Accomando, KPBS News.